Please give it up for Lydia Popovich.
Hello, Denver! What is up? This is a fucking lit Sunday night. I am so pumped. This is incredible. We got a fine-ass host, beautiful brown people up front. I feel safe as hell. This is freaking witch vibes and shit. I fuck with this heavy bitch. Oh, I like it. Are you Latina too? Oh, bitch, you better watch out. We're gonna cast a little spell up here. Anybody gets a little quiet in the back, but you can start falling to the ground with laughter. I'm gonna look at her and be like, Mila, and she's gonna go for it. She's gonna be in there, into it. I like it. I like it. Hi guys, my name's Lydia Popovich. Sometimes confusing to people because Popovich is not a traditional Latino last name. But I just talked a bunch about brown people and I do have this big Mexican face. So I like to just explain things right off the top just so that everybody's clear. I am mixed, I am Mexican and Russian. Yeah, you hear that? Like, this is a much louder response. Normally it's just like quiet as hell and one person just goes, wow. How did that get done? And it's true, I was confused for a lot of my childhood. It was very confusing. Those are two races that don't necessarily go together, but they so do. Basically, I'm good at three things, and that's drinking, yelling, and fucking. That's my wheelhouse. It's true. But it took me a long time to figure that out, because I was trying to figure out which side of the street that I fit on. And now, in this administration, it certainly hasn't made it any easier. Like, Mexican and Russian? Was the two worst races I could possibly be. I don't know if I'm the lowest class citizen in this country, or if I fucking run it. But the bottom line is it doesn't matter where I fit in, because at the end of the day, I'm a very confident bitch. I always appreciate the claps and the woos, but it is not necessary. That's how confident I am. Like, this shit is next level. Like, the only way you can get close to describing or like experience confidence as high as mine is just stacking like 6 skinny bitches on top of each other. Like, it might be close to where I am, you know? I've named my confidence. I like to call her Jolene. Because I will steal your man just because I can. Very confident. But listen, I wasn't born confident. Confidence is something that you have to nurture. You know what I mean? You're not just born a confident-ass baby. It's true. Nobody's seeing a confident-ass baby. You know? Just right out of the womb, like, get your hand off my neck, I got it! There's no baby swatting away titties like, bring me a glass of milk, damn! You gotta nurture those babies. You gotta nurture your children into being confident adults, confident people. I was fortunate. I had a father who loved me. You know, not too much. Just enough. Just enough that I can travel around the country, walk into rooms of strangers just like this and tell you, sir, I'm a gift. I'm a fucking gift. You're welcome. But I'm not the only gift in here. Look, gift, 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 gift. Women, you are gifts. Never forget how important you are. Never forget how beautiful you are. Never forget that you are a gift to this world. But let's not forget how gifts work. Nobody wants that busted ass gift. You know? That one with the dented box. It's been wrapped in newspaper with duct tape. You know what I mean? Nobody wants that busted-ass, ill-shaped gift that has like aluminum foil, you know what I mean, and some weird twine. Nobody wants that gift. People want that big-ass box, you know what I mean? That big present. That one of the sparkly paper with a big-ass bow that's tucked off behind the tree because that's the only place it'll fit. That's me. I'm that big-ass gift. With sparkling paper, people want to pick me up, they want to kick it a few times. What's inside? What I'm talking about, ladies, is clothes. I'm talking about fashion, all right? You gotta wrap your gift. You gotta make sure that you present yourself. Make sure that you love yourself. And I present myself every day looking good, okay? And I'm a big-ass bitch. I know what I look like, all right? It's no secret. I'm a big old fat bitch, and I love it. Every ounce of my soul. And it always saddens me when I hear bigger women like, oh, there's no clothes for big bitches. Like, yes, bitch, there are. Go to the store. Absolutely is. Look at me. I'm gorgeous every day. But here's the thing, too, ladies. You gotta be careful. I want you to wrap your presents. I want you to take risks. But you gotta check yourself before you wreck yourselves. You gotta make sure when you leave, you're not looking wild. You know what I mean? There's nothing worse than like leaving the house feeling good. You show up to see a homegirl and she's like, oh, this is interesting. Is that a hat? Like, that's the worst, you know? So ladies, you gotta make sure that you look at yourself before you leave. You know, use a mantra, use a calling card. I use the famous words of Coco Chanel. Coco Chanel once famously said that every woman, before she leaves the house, should stop, look in the mirror, and take one thing off, all right? And that's to keep you from overdoing it. It's to keep you from over-accessorizing. And as a reminder, I am Mexican and Russian. I do too much. Like, I didn't want to check a bag, which is why I'm just like not dripping in jewelry right now. You know what I mean? I was like, pick a pair of earrings, bitch. You can't bring all of them, you know? So that mantra always keeps me safe, and that shit saved me from a world of embarrassment not too long ago. I was getting ready to go out with a girlfriend. She called me last minute. She asked me if I wanted to go somewhere, and I was like, what's the dress code? And she's like, I don't know, bitch, just look cute. And I was like, got it. And I immediately put on my favorite red dress. Now, every woman in this room has a go-to outfit. That is your shit. When your friend calls you last minute and says, look cute, you know exactly what the fuck you're wearing, right? That's my red dress. Now, I put this red dress on, and it just wasn't feeling enough. So I started accessorizing. I put on a black belt, I put on some bracelets, put on this cute little sweater, put on some boots, and every piece I put on, I was like, work. Really feeling myself. Earrings, did my whole face. Was just like, bitch, you look good. And I was about ready to march out my front door, and then I arrogantly was like, no. You don't look this good. Get back here. Let's take a look at this mirror. Got back in my house, looked at my mirror. It's there explicitly for that purpose, and I took a nice long look, and I looked from top to bottom, and as I was looking down, I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Bitch, you look like Santa. Buckle, but still fucking gold ass buckle. My boots had buckles. I had a white sweater with a fur trim. Like, bitch, what was I thinking? I look like fucking Santa Claus. It's horrifying. I was like, girl, it is so glad you looked in the mirror because you are not this kind of ho. You gotta change it. Horrifying, ladies. So yes, wrap your gift, but pay the fuck attention. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I do love being a woman, though. One of the things about being a person, not even a woman, though, is we get older. We're aging. It's happening right now. Right now, looking for a young person. Right now, bitch, you are getting older as I speak. It's fucking happening. I'm telling you right now, like, you're just gonna be 40 one day and you're gonna be like, what the fuck happened? You know? And hopefully, like me, when you turn 40, you wake up in the morning and you're like, fuck yes! Finally! Like, I turned 40 this year and I'm so happy about it. Like, I couldn't be more happy. It's great. Thank you, smattering of people over 40. The rest of you are young, thinking you're gonna catch it like this bitch is like, don't clap! Or if you clap 3 times and say 40, you are it! But the truth is this, like, your life doesn't start until you're 40. I remember being a young woman and hearing that and not believing it, be like, what are you talking about? I'm amazing. I'm young, used to elasticity in my skin, I'm so much. You know what I mean? Just like, what? Didn't think about it, and then it's like I realized now, like, I just want to be 70 right now. Like, I want to fast forward because this shit is great. Like, it's only gonna get better. Like, if I could be 70 tomorrow, you better believe I would do it. Let's do that spell, bitch. Work it up right now. I'm ready for it. And sometimes women are like, no, but Lydia, what if you end up old and alone? And I'm like, here's hoping. Okay, let's do this shit. That's why I want to be 70, because I'm fucking exhausted! I'm tired! Tired of giving a shit! I'm tired of being nice! I'm tired of being asked questions! Like, I don't know where the fuck your keys are! Are they in your pants? I don't know! I don't know! Put them on the hook! Put them in your purse! That's what I do! Why is it that men in your house think that, like, you're the secret keeper to everything? You know, it's like they wake up, like, if they couldn't find their dick, you'd be like, you know where it is, kid? I don't know, it was just here! It was just here! And you're just like, it doesn't get hard anymore. I know! It's fucking true. It's true, I want to be 70. For those reasons and more, because also, when you're that old, nobody is checking for you. You can do whatever you want. All those rules I said about gifts, out the fucking window. You know? Nobody's gonna tell you you don't look good when you're 70. If they do, they're gonna die, because that's rude! I don't want to have any worries. I just want to wake up in the morning and have the only worry in my mind, the only answer I need to answer, question I need to answer is, which caftan am I wearing? Do you know what I mean? Like, if it doesn't have a kimono sleeve, I'm not fucking with it. I want to leave my house wearing all of my jewelry. All of it. Every last fucking piece. Like, every single necklace, you know what I mean? Just earrings, just bracelets from wrist to elbow, you know? Both sides. You know, just brooch. Just fucking all of it. I want to look like a fucked up combination of 2 Chainz and Mr. T. Like, when I walk, I want to sound like a car driving away from a Mexican wedding. Just like, clank. Just everywhere. I want to wake up in the morning and immediately start drinking gin. You know? Just like, this guy did my vitamins, you know? Just want to be drunk on gin by 9 in the morning, just like sauntering around the courtyard of my apartment complex, you know, kimono open. One tit just wagging in the wind. Like it's an accident, but it's not. Just drawing circles in the sand. Looking at neighbors. Smoking a big doobie out of one of those long cigarette holders, you know? Like the impossibly long eternal ash, just like never ever dropping. Making eye contact with my neighbors that lasts too long, trapping them into stories that go nowhere but always end with, I used to be a dancer. You know, like, sounds great. just want to tell lies, you know? Ooh, that looks good. Is it hot chocolate or is it coffee? It's what? What the fuck does that mean, bitch? She said it's death by chocolate, like I'm supposed to know. Does it have booze in it or is it just chocolate? Ooh, that probably means it has like 2 or 3 kinds of booze in it, huh? Well, I'm gonna get that off stage. That sounds good. That sounds good as fuck. That's how you also know you're older, when you start ordering the hot drinks in the club. You know what I mean? Like, a young bitch ain't ordering a hot drink in a club. You can't be in a mini dress and then holding like a fucking hot toddy like, hey bitch, I'm ready to go. That's not. That's like when you know you've crossed a line where you're just like, I don't give a fuck, nah, I'm getting a hot drink. Yeah, you know, do you have a tea? Can you put some whiskey in my tea? Or Cosmos, no shit in a cute glass, you know what I mean? You're like, fucking miss me with that shit, it's complicated, I'm gonna spill it on this damn dress. So funny. So true. You guys are awesome, this is really fun. I'm trying to decide where I want to go next. There's so many places that we could go. What's that? I meant in my comedy act, bitch, not geographically. This isn't a train station, huh? This is a comedy club. North Dakota? Bitch, what? That's the weirdest heckle I've ever done. North Dakota! That also means that like she thinks that like comedy tours just work. We're just out like, where do you want to go next? Let's just show. We're not a traveling fucking circus, bitch. You can't just show up with like and be like, we're here to do comedy. You know what I mean? Like, and we're women doing comedy. Like it's hard enough to get booked. You know what I'm saying? Like this club is awesome. They book women all the time, but like anywhere else. It's phenomenal. I'm so fucking hyped. Like, this is so great. That's hilarious. I will never go to South Dakota unless they pay me a lot of money. And then fucking I'll go wherever. You know what I mean? I did a cruise. No. She said yes. She's like, yes. Woo! Now you just get to watch me lick the fucking whipped cream off this erotically for the next 5 minutes. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm hella distracted. Yo, that shit's good as fuck. Okay. Cheers. Oh wait, okay. Manners. Cheers, bitch, cheers. For sure, try that shit. It's delicious. I'm straight up distracted now. I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. You know, North Dakota, fucking cruise. Who cares, bitch? That drink is delicious. Man, I think that's my new husband, you know what I'm saying? For at least a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't last long. All right, you guys seem to be responding to men and women shit. Let's talk some more about this stuff. You know, I have a lot of opinions on men. A lot. I also have a lot of feelings on women, but the bottom line is this: I talk a lot. Most of my act is about female empowerment because that's what I'm about. I really, it saddens me that most women, you know, feel like being a woman is hard. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's so hard to be a girl. It's so hard to be a woman. And I'm like, bitch, what are you talking about? Like, yes, there's some problems, but like, ultimately, this is it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be a woman. You could not pay me to be a man. I don't want to be a man. Like, congratulations. You appear to be a white man. I hope things are going well for you. I'm sure. But I wouldn't trade all of my myself and my whole body for the privilege that you have, because ultimately I know that I have everything I need to succeed. Absolutely everything. Everyone in this room, every single woman in this room has everything she needs to succeed. Yeah. All right? I'm talking about titties. That's right. Titties make the world go round. I don't care if you have bee stings or big old National Geographic swingers. It does not matter. If you have titties, bitch, the world is yours. God gave us tits so we can get shit done. Do you realize that? Like, men can't even parallel thought, and when titties are around, forget about it. Have you ever tried to hold a conversation with a man when your titties are out or titties are even adjacent? It is impossible. Like, it's so cold in here, y'all are lucky, because otherwise there'd be men like this. Yeah, she fine. Trying to look at titties that aren't even theirs, and it's not their fault. They're beautiful, they're pendulous, they're seductive, you know what I mean? Men look at you, you can say whatever you want. They're like, oh, that's crazy, your sister's weird. No, she's true, you know? Like, all you have to do is shake them in the general direction and like shit will happen. If you are not using the power of your body, which men use every trick in the book, why shouldn't you use the most basic thing? Do not be ashamed of your body. Use it to manipulate these men, okay? They don't have any body part on their body that has the same kind of reverence that titties do. Titties give life. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, let me just put this into perspective. You've never in a million years walked into a club, seen a man alone, sitting at the bar, you know, standing at the bar all confident and shit, you know, his fly unzipped. Little ball cleave, just hanging out, you know? His shit like just uncomfortably shoved into two small pants, you know? Glitter on top like a fucking couple, you know, glittery Easter eggs, you know? Just like, what's up? I look amazing, you know? Who's gonna buy me a Corona? Like, no, it's not gonna happen. Like, I've never looked at a guy from across the room and been like, hey. Just see him, just see her. Hey, what's up? Let me get at them nuts. Not a thing. No. Not a thing. Do you know why, sir? It's because balls are fucking gross. They're fucking gross. They're disgusting. Like they're all wrinkly and smooth at the same time. Like, I'll never understand how God got elbow skin to work like that. You know what I mean? Like, put that shit on the bias? Like, they're always a little bit damp regardless of the situation. Now, gentlemen, look around you. You hear the sighing women? There's women that have moved into dolphin right now. You know what I mean? There's eyes being wiped. There's things that are happening, okay? That's how real it is. I want you to remember that, right? We take trips around those hairy nightmares for a reason, okay? And it's not not because we love you. Okay? That's why shit is expensive. Okay? So next time when we ask you, just say yes and buy it, okay? Otherwise, the only thing we're gonna be licking is your elbows. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, I have one final story to tell you tonight. There's a few things we need to know before I get started. First and foremost, I need you guys to know that I have previously been a sufferer of road rage, right? It's true, it's true. Road rage is a thing that many people suffer from, but you need to know that it's a complete waste of energy, right? You being mad is not gonna make that person a better driver, right? All you're gonna do is piss yourself off, carry around that negativity, and then you show up and your friends are like, how was your trip? And you're like, this guy! 40 miles ago! You know what I mean? Like, no one cares but you. Let it go. So, I did that for myself. I want to bring positivity in my life. I want to push negativity out. So I thought about this, and I wanted to channel all of this newfound positivity into something different, okay? Now, we've been talking for a while here. You guys obviously know that I have thoughts about men. You know, there was things that happened last year. There's a lot of horror tells. There's the Me Too movement. There's a lot of marches. There's a lot of pussy hats. There's all of these things that are happening, and all of that shit is wonderful, but I've always been a grassroots activist. I have always been somebody who goes out there and starts making little changes in their lives to make a difference. Yeah. So in 2019, what I am channeling my energy out of road rage and into is making men feel uncomfortable. You know, men are fucking creeps. Like, you guys are fucking creeps. Like, you're creepy as fuck. Like, you say weird shit, you do weird shit, we all know it, alright? Now, Jay-Z once famously said, ladies are pimps too. Don't brush your shoulders off. So ladies, join me in being a lady creep in 2019. Okay? Join me. This is how you do it. You know what I'm saying? You're out there, you're living your life. You know what I mean? You're walking up to men, you're just caressing faces without being asked. Just caressing faces. You know? You're in a grocery store, you see some guy reach for something on a normal shelf and pull it off the shelf, give him a little tap on the balls. Good job, man. Good job. Driving down the street, you see some guy that's attractive, pull over, roll down that window, just yell out, what that dick do? She's covering her face, she's embarrassed. Don't be bitch, yell at your fellow alive. Now I was driving, minding my business, filled with this lady creep love, you know, trying not to be a road rager. So what I do is I look around at the world around me and I try to find distractions that are not driving. Of course I'm paying attention to the road, but I'm looking at trees, I'm looking at people walking, I'm trying to remind myself of the beauty and wonder of the world before I get angry, right? So I'm doing this and I'm looking around and I see walking down the street the most attractive man I've ever seen in my life. Like groundbreaking, like next level attractive, like so fucking hot. Like cartoon eyes, like whoa, woo, you know? The only way I can describe how hot this dude was to tell you something that's not biologically possible. But let's imagine a world where Idris Elba and The Rock could have a baby. I heard 2 gasps. Bitches, you're right. That's exactly right. So fucking hot. Like this dude was just like 6 foot whatever, just beefy. His thighs were so big they were arguing with his pants. Do you know what I'm saying? So I see this dude and I absolutely have something I want to yell, you know? And I also took my phone out because I want to take a picture of him so I can send it to Marcella because that's what I do, you know? And so now I start driving erratically. I'm making lane changes. I'm driving like a real piece of shit because I'm trying to get close enough to yell at this guy. And I'm shocked that nobody has stopped me. Nobody has honked at me. Nobody has said anything. And just as I'm about to make my last lane change, I hear it. The big, angry honk. The fucking... like that angry honk that makes you immediately look into the rearview mirror to see how pissed off the person is behind you rather. So I do, and I look up, and just as I look up, the light changes. And I don't see a car behind me anymore, but I hear a car whoosh around into the lane that I was just trying to turn into. And I'm like, fuck. Because now the light has changed, which means I gotta look this person in the face. And I do, because I'm not a bitch, you know what I mean? So I look, and it's a beautiful woman. She's got a full face of makeup, gorgeous black woman, obviously on her way to work. It's the morning time, and she is pissed. And I see her, and she's yelling at me, and the window goes down, and I just hear, what the fuck is your problem? You a whole problem, you a whole problem, you a whole problem, you a whole motherfucking problem. She goes, then what the fuck are you trying to take a picture of anyway? And I didn't know what to do, so I just pointed. At the dude who's standing on the corner that I was trying to look at, and he's waiting for the light to change. She goes, what the fuck are you pointing at? And she looks and she goes, oh my God. Oh my God, you absolutely right. Oh my God, you absolutely right. She rolls her window down. Unprovoked, starts yelling, hey baby, how you doing? Hey boo, you too fine to walk to work. Let me give you a ride. And I was beside myself, and I rolled my window down, and I was like, hallelujah. You know, I rolled my window down, and I'm like, is there any more room in those jeans for me? This poor dude standing on the corner, uncomfortable as fuck. The light changes, he immediately crosses the street as quickly as one person can without running. She looks at me and she goes, now you have a good day. So, you know, let's hear the words of Jay-Z, let's hear the words of TLC and just be creeps. Yeah.